Hello and welcome to Bread of Life, a daily devotional program which each week features a different area pastor. Our speaker for this week is Pastor Geoff Little of New Haven.
Readings again from Pastor Geoff Little from All Nations Church in New Haven, where we also have a small Christian school, All Nations Christian Academy. I'm talking this week about the book of Haggai. I've told you in previous sessions that it's a minor prophet, one of the smallest books, but one of the most entertaining books of the minor prophets. So I encourage you to read it all the way through. I wish I could read it all the way through with you in the time I have here, but I don't. In the first prophecy, we found that Haggai was questioning the people who have returned from Babylon to undertake the rebuilding of the temple, and they're not getting to it. Apparently now, as we get to chapter 2, it looks like that Zerubbabel, the governor, and Joshua, the son of Jozadak, the high priest, have encouraged the people to start in on the work of the temple. But it's hard. So here's the question. It's in verse 3 of chapter 2. Who of you is left who saw this house in its former glory? How does it seem to you now? Does it not seem to you like nothing? That's the question. Perhaps a few of the people who had returned from exile remembered the temple as it was built in Solomon's day, or at least they were of the next generation who had heard about it from mothers and fathers and grandparents in Babylon. And they've come to Jerusalem and found that the construction of the new temple is too difficult. There's not enough resources. There's not enough money. There's opposition from people who have been living in the area of Judah and who are in opposition to the building of this new temple. There's a lot of things standing behind or before the destruction of the temple. And so the word of the Lord is one of encouragement. After the question comes an exhortation. But now be strong, Zerubbabel, declares the Lord. Be strong, Joshua, son of Jozadak, the high priest. Be strong, all you people of the land. Be strong. Don't look at just what is in front of you. Listen to the word that I have given to you and the promises that I make to you. You remember that I've said before that in each one of these prophecies, there is a promise from God. And the second promise is very much like the first. I am with you. Again, I read, Be strong, Joshua, son of Jozadak, the high priest. Be strong, all you people of the land, declares the Lord, and work, for I am with you. I am with you. I am with you. This is what I covenanted with you when you came out of Egypt, and my spirit remains among you. Do not fear. So in this prophecy, as the people have started in on the work of rebuilding the temple, they need a new word. And the message is, let's be careful not to underestimate the unseen power of God in the small things that we see. Most of us in our life and ministry, all we see are small things, small works, small houses, small families, small churches, and becomes discouraging sometimes. We get overwhelmed by the opposition. We get overwhelmed by the lack of resources. And the message to us is to be strong. Just as it was for the people returning in exile to rebuild the temple, the message to us in our dismay, in our disappointment, is to be strong in the face of what we see to be small things. Remember from the first session, give careful thoughts to your ways. Give careful thought to your ways. In the first session, it was about the people giving careful thought to the way they were pleasing themselves only and building up their paneled houses instead of getting to the work of the Lord. In the second session, give careful thought to your ways refers to being strong in the face of disappointment and the vision, the physical vision, of just small things. In the next session, we're going to see how God shows us a vision of something different, the vision of things that He sees as a way of encouraging us further.
You've been listening to Pastor Geoff Little of New Haven, and this has been Bread of Life, a program to encourage you from God's Word.